touchdown. She hit the line on the far side, and the Rebels win.
Stop playing! Stop playing! He connects! Rebels with their first lead of the night.
And the Andover Huskies are your section champion.
From the beautiful confines in Princeton, Minnesota, home of the Solheim Veterans Field, I'm Joe Rulin, along with Jim Childs, and this is the Section 7 4A Championship for all the marbles. It's Blaine taking on the Andover Huskies. The Huskies, the number 1 seed. And Jim, this one is going to be a game buster.
Yes, it is. And the Blaine coming in as the number 2 seed. And on the hill for the Huskies will be Josh Novak. Josh Novak, the junior, comes in 5-2, 39 2/3 inning, 31 hits against, giving up 7 earned runs, ERA of 1.24. He's got 55 strikeouts, 10 walks, and a whip of 1.03, which is outstanding.
He is, in fact, and he's taking on the Blaine Bengals, who come in as a 4-game win streak. Meanwhile, the Huskies have their own win streak with their mark of 19-4.
And we said we weren't going to talk about it.
I said I wouldn't mention it to Pete before the game.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so at one point they were 2-4. Now they're 19 and 4.
Yeah.
So they have a 17-game winning streak. So running through the order real quick is for the Blaine Bengals: Adam Anderson, Adam Puder will be batting second, Damian Temke, and Joey Powers. Those are the first 4 hitters, and they're going to step in. Anderson's going to step in right now.
Anderson comes in with an average of 2.07. As you mentioned, Josh Novak, the big diesel, a 1.24 ERA. And the first pitch of this section championship fouled back and out of play. And Anderson, a second baseman, and an on-base percentage of .434. But it has been the batteries included. Hey, when you're going to section and playoff play, batteries included consist of good pitching and fielding. There's a dart there that is called a strike right at the knees, and an 0-2 count early here for Novak and the Huskies.
Novak last pitched in the second game of the sectionals against Forest Lake.
Just off the mark here, and also new here at Solheim Veterans Field is a 52-year-old field. Since they opened this up, but a brand new scoreboard this season. This one's lifted, lofted, and it's going to find its way to center field in front of Kyle Law for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there by the 207 hitting Anderson, who got things going here. Now, second up is Adam Puder.
Yeah, and as you see right there, Adam Anderson getting coached up by former Husky Wes Satzinger, and NDSU All-American.
Puder, the top hitter here for the Blaines, with an average of .361. He's going to square to bunt, tries to bunt, and did not get it down. Good pitch, good breaking ball that time.
Yeah, good breaking ball, and kind of a surprise to see Puder, who's the best hitter, and it's not even close, ended up last night with a 2-run ding to get the Bengals on the board against Centennial.
Delivery, this is breaking pitch again, that just misses. If you're looking at Blaine, and hey, Huskies are they're very familiar with Blaine. In fact, they played the first game of the season this year, and we'll get you more info on that. It was a foul ball hit down the first baseline and out of play, but it was probably about 40 degrees colder the last time these two teams met.
Yeah,
that first week of the season. That was the first game for both of them.
And Blaine took the victory 8-0, 3-hitter by the Bengals.
1-2 delivery, and that's up high. Trying to see if he could get Puder that time to chase, walk the ladder. Adam Puder, as I mentioned, a .361 hitter, and he's got 8 doubles this season, tied for the team lead with Temke, who is the next hitter in the on-deck circle for Blaine. Breaking pitch did go, called out that time. A punch out, and he felt that it was Puder who went.
Nice breaking pitch, and Puder it looks like he offered it from where we were sitting. It looks like he went through it. No need to check with the umpire down the first. No need to appeal. It was a strike.
So runner at first, that's the leadoff hitter Anderson. He led this game off with a single, 1 out, and now stepping in is Temke, Damon Temke. It's a ground ball to second. Kelly has that over to D'Agostino, and they roll tide. That's a double play ball. 4-6-3 double play. And just one pitch tossed to that hitter that time by Temke. Temke tried to punch it to right. Good turn. As you can see, D'Agostino, who's been a Gold Glove at short this past season, turns that and flips the two for the double play. Huskies are out of the top half of the inning. No damage by Blaine, but meanwhile, let's take a look at the Blaine starting pitching in their lineups.
Yeah, and somebody we just mentioned, he's already got 1 strikeout tonight, but that was at the dish rather than on the mound. Adam Puder will be the will be the starting pitcher. Looks like they've got an equipment problem. He's going to have to come out and
get a look around here as they have Bush and.
Yeah, he's got to take off he's got some bracelets on. They're going to ask him to take off.
Elliot Bush in center field. Then you get a look at Joey Powers in left field and right field. It will be Benny McDonald. Keep in mind, this Blaine team has this will be their 3rd game in 2 days. They've rotated a lot of pitching. Meanwhile, a good infield. They have Ethan Pettis at shortstop. While at third also is Stoffenecker. Meanwhile, in second is going to be Adam Anderson. First base is Damon Temke. Behind the dish is Joe Beckman, and again on the mound, you're seeing Adam Puder. Doesn't have a lot of innings pitching, 13 this season, but still when he's in there, it's pretty effective. He's got an ERA of 1.25.
Yeah, what's really impressive is he doesn't have a lot of innings, and he doesn't have a lot of walks. As you see the lineup up here, leading off is Patty Kelly at second baseman. Batting second is Kyle Law. Noah D'Agostino will be batting third. Logan Myers, the catcher, will be batting cleanup, followed by Tyler Lunau, Anthony Kuznia, Davis Goman, third baseman Jacob Geischel, and the designated hitter is Mason Eckes, and he's designating hitting for the pitcher Josh Novak.
Get a look at some of the Andover fans joining in here. The Huskies come in with not only a record of 19-4, but a team batting average of .325 for Blaine. They come in with a .291 batting average. So stepping in here, first pitch that Kelly will get a look at. He comes in, a junior, hitting .385 this season. First pitch, sitting waiting. I was just happened to be behind the catcher in the bullpen, taking a couple of looks at Puder and his throw, and he's got some get up and go on that fastball.
Yes, he does.
Spins a tight cutter.
Yes.
Second delivery here, and it's a ground ball to second. Scooped up, play made, and in time there by Ben McDonald.
I think that was one of those cutters that came in on the hands, and Patty Kelly couldn't get around it. And here's one of the best hitters in the state, Kyle Law.
Certainly a candidate for the Baseball Player of the Year in the state of Minnesota, on his way to North Dakota State, hitting .480 this season, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs. That leads the team. Home runs, RBIs, and of course the average.
And the 36 hits also breaks a school record. He now is a record holder for most hits in a season, most hits in a career. Pretty impressive.
36 for 75 this season. 9 stolen bases. Some additional peripheral numbers for him. He's tied stolen bases for that team late. So they had a little mess up in terms of singles. So the catcher heads back up. That's Beckman. Good to get that settled now, Jim, as a former catcher, you know that.
Yeah, usually wait till runner's on second before you do that. So inside pitch, almost hit Law.
The first meeting, as we mentioned, was an 8-0 win for Blaine. That was the first game of the season. Temperature about 38 degrees at that game. Off speed, catches the corner.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. Nice curveball that At the outside part of the plate.
It's not the pitch that Law was looking for, and that's all right. He's got a 2-2 count, 1 out. On a gorgeous evening from Princeton, Minnesota, and of course, home of the Solheim Veterans Field in its 52nd year of existence. And a spectacular new scoreboard. I need that in my living room, that scoreboard. Swung on, hit, base hit. Oh, got his hands top half of the ball and blistered it with topspin in the left field. Law jumps out front and gets on base.
Well, that was a inside curveball that Law just turned on and ripped it down the line. I believe it was a curveball.
Good job, as you mentioned, to keep those hands inside. Now here's a player, D'Agostino, who's been having a heck of a season. The last 3/4 of his season, he went on a 10-game hitting streak and just has continued. Noah D'Agostino, shortstop.
So we'll have to keep an eye on Kyle Law, as he is the team leader in stolen bases with 9. Had 2 the last game out.
D'Agostino hitting a stout 391. Missed up high. It's like that pitch, maybe a mess up in terms of if they thought it was going to be a fastball or breaking ball. Either one, it was way out of reach that time of the catcher.
Yeah.
Beckman and Law now in scoring position at second. Didn't need a bunt, didn't need the steal. Gets it on a pass ball.
That Pooter name sounds familiar. Jack Pooter. Brother plays for baseball in UND, or UMD up in Duluth for the Bulldogs. He's a sophomore.
Some get up and go on a fastball there by Pooter. As I mentioned, 13 innings pitched, a 1-win, 1-loss record, 1 save on the season. Staying alive that time, D'Agostino, and he really has kind of put together an impressive season. A little slow on the start, as was everyone with that cold weather, Jim, but since it's warmed up,
He's been outstanding.
he's got 18 walks, 20 RBIs, 21 runs scored. Waits for that curveball that time and couldn't quite catch up.
He didn't want to swing, and it just made him, something made him swing on that. I think that pitch was high. Disciplined, it tells you how good Pooter's stuff is, because D'Agostino is very good with the 2 strikes.
Just froze him a bit. A little frozen pizza on that 2-strike breaking pitch by Pooter. So 2 down now for the Huskies, but a runner in scoring position. And that is Kyle Law. Coming up to bat is Logan Myers. Myers, kind of a lot of everything at the plate.
he does, yeah, absolutely. He really struggled at the beginning of the first part of the year. Got his average up to over 300 and tailed down a little bit. But what's most important is the amount of times he's on base. He's 21 walks. He's been hit by a pitch 8 times. He finds a way on.
Good fastball, good pop. You could see the powder from the mitt there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. This is the Section 7 4A championship winner. If the Huskies get the win, they advance to CHS Field and play in the state tournament. Should Blaine win, they will advance, or they will not advance, but we will play the second game tomorrow night here.
Yeah, they'll advance to the true championship.
That's a crisp breaking ball right now by Pooter. He's up in the count now, 1-2 to Myers. 2 outs. Law at second. That one's off the mark. Good job that time by Myers to hold back on that swing. In that first meeting, it was Karras who threw 6 innings for Blaine in the 8-0 win. He gave up just 3 hits, had 8 strikeouts. There's a fastball right down the middle. Dead red, caught him looking for that breaking pitch. Leaned in, got the fastball. Nice job by Pooter's 2 strikeouts in this first inning. 1 runner left on for Andover after 1 complete. No score here from Princeton, Minnesota.
Precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet breaking, record breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Welcome back. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs. This QCTV sports presentation on a beautiful Tuesday night in Princeton, Minnesota. We are located at the Solheim Veterans Field in its 52nd year of existence. And you get a look at some of the crowd here for the Andover Huskies, the number 1 seed, 19-4, and a 17-game win streak. And we start the top half of the second.
It'll be Powers, Pettis, and McDonald for the Blaine Bengals. Weak swing on that one.
Yep, Powers comes into the record of, an average of .319 on the season playing left field. Huskies kind of showed that depth they have in fielding. Out in front goes right back to Novak. Diesel over the first in time to retire the leadoff hitter in Powers.
I wanted to give a shout out to Eric and Connie down in Illinois. I know that we've got some Illinois listeners. Eric and Connie, thanks for joining us tonight.
Stepping in, number 5 hitter Ethan Pettis. Pettis at a .346 clip, takes it off the handle, and this one Novak is going to take himself, loosen up those legs, the big Diesel. Short inning thus far, 1 pitch that time. They seem like they're trying to jump on an early pitch by Novak as they've swung and hit a lot of those first pitches.
Well, they've seen a lot of pitches over the last couple of days. Blaine lost in their first round, so they've had to come back and eliminate 4 teams. They have been season enders for. Last night was for Duluth East and for Centennial, Coon Rapids, and Forest Lake.
And here's one of the guys who's had to do a lot of throwing during that time, Benny McDonald, playing right field tonight, hitting .298 on the season. Of course, when you're playing section play and you have X amount of pitches, 115 is it, that you can throw, and X amount of days, and that's kind of what Blaine you face when you lose that first game, as they did to Duluth East, and they put together a nice 4-game win streak, but they've had to strategically find their way through their pitching to make it to today, and that pitch just misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike, hitters count 2 outs. Blaine here in the top of the second, this one just missing.
He's about about a day late on that pitch. So McDonald smart at bat right now. They've only had 3 pitches by Novak in this inning until McDonald came up, and he's worked the count full.
Nice pitch. Opened the fridge, grabbed a beverage, and shut the door. A punch-out call-out that time by the home plate umpire. And a strikeout for Novak to end the second inning, and the Huskies now will come to hit. Saw a lot of pitches. That one dotted the outside part of the plate. Good fastball.
Yeah, fastball. A nice job by catcher Myers being able to kind of work that ball up.
That was fine. It's second strikeout, I believe, of the game.
That is the second strikeout. He got Pooter in the first. There's some of the sectional finals that are happening tonight. Section 1, Farmington against the number 1 seed Farmington. Number 1 seed not only in Section 1, but probably in the state. They'll be playing against Lakeville South tonight. Lakeville South has got to win both games. Chanhassen right now is the undefeated team in Section 2. Park is the undefeated team in Section 3, and they both have some of the elimination brackets to get through. Stillwater and Eastridge. Eastridge has come through the losers bracket. They're playing for the Section 4 championship. Eastridge has to win a couple. Locally, Champlin Park lost yesterday to Moundsview with the chance to go to the Section 5 championship. They ended up losing to Moundsview, and Moundsview plays Maple Grove for the championship tonight. Big upset, Hopkins. Hopkins lost to St. Louis Park yesterday in Section 1, and they are Section 6, and they are going to the state tournament. First team to be admitted. Punch their ticket.
That is an upset, in fact. So now stepping in for the Huskies, the number 5 hitter, Tyler Lunau. Lunau hitting .349. Takes the first pitch. And Jim, I've got a place to hide back here, but you're kind of out there. So.
Yes, yeah. It's a big target to hit too. So
Lunau, 22 walks this season. Has that good eye, patient hitter. We talked to Pete Anderson before the game, and he says these guys just know, hey, what that good pitch looks like. They're patient. They're not going to chase. And right now, Pooter's been throwing some good stuff, a good breaking ball that's locked up a couple of hitters. But meanwhile,
you had mentioned something during your talk with Coach Anderson. You had mentioned the fact that first time through the lineup, Huskies don't have a great batting average.
Comes inside with that fastball. That time rides in on the hands, and Lunau fights it off to send it into the crowd down the first baseline. Go ahead, Jim.
I was just leading you into the fact that Huskies just don't have a good batting average the first time through the lineup.
Yeah, they've been averaging about 100. That time high, and so we're marked at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pooter get on the mound, a record this season with 13 innings in the books. Now 14 after completing the first. Breaking pitch there, hit on the ground, number to short. It's going to be a race to the bag just in time to get Lunau. And the throw from short, that was a dart that came the way of Pettis.
Yeah, nice job of Ethan Pettis, who does not play shortstop very often. And it is a bang play. Good call by the umpire. Nice play by Pettis.
Huskies get up to bat here. Hitting .381 is Anthony Kuznia. 381 hitter. 8 walks this season, and also 19 RBIs, and not afraid to drop down a bunt every now and then. Down in the count 0-1, takes a swing, and now down 0-2. Love watching this game when you have great pitching, great fielding, and that's what we have.
Yeah. And you got battles at it. Kuznia is a battler. There's not many times that he gives up an at bat, and he's down 0-2, but be assured he's going to go after him.
Ground ball, looks like it might find its way. It does. A 3-hopper finds its way over the second base bag beyond the stretched arm. There's shortstop Pettis, and the Huskies connect and pick up their second hit of the game. Kuznia will up that average.
Yeah, tough.
Coming into section play, Kuznia had been hitting 2 for 6. Now he's 3 for 7, and that'll bring to the plate Goman. Goman has been as hot as they come in section play, Jim.
Yeah, Goman 5 for 7. Really, the last couple of games started really in Moorhead where he had a walk-off hit, and then he's just been on a tear ever since.
Kuznia may not go, but when you're at first, you might as well stretch that lead. And getting under this first pitch is Goman.
Kuznia's got 2 stolen bases on the year. Pete Anderson is aggressive on the bases. He's gonna, if he sees a chance to see it, we'll see with 1 strike or 2 strikes. If it goes 0-2, I'm sure that Kuznia might be off.
Goman went 2 for 3 in the Huskies win over Centennial, and then was 3 for 3 against Forest Lake. He hit the ball well to right field in that big win over Forest Lake on that windy day with gale force winds coming in from center field. One on, one out. This one gets on top. It's going to drop down for Goman. It's in there. They'll give him a hit there as he extended. You could tell he got his hands on top of the ball, even though it was a pop-up.
Yeah.
He had that spin, and center field had a tough time picking that up. That was Bush immediately, but Goman gets himself another hit here in playoff ball.
Elliott Bush with a nice try out in center field, but Goman, now that the Huskies got a rally, they've got the runners on first and second, one out, and Jacob Deichel batting .281.
Nothing like getting it going at the bottom of the order. Stance, that front foot out. Reminds me of the days of Andrus Galarraga, the big cat for the Colorado Rockies, when he would have that open stance, that left foot.
Even now of home run hitter.
Good hit there, getting down. That drops into right field for a base hit. Bases are now juiced for the Huskies here in the bottom of the second. Not trying to do too much that time. Deichel that time promptly placed it into right field. Got the hands to the ball, and even that was a breaking pitch.
Yeah.
Kept those hands before the hips and found a home. So just one out now for Andover, and there's a timeout being called by Blaine, and head coach Erickson's going to come out and talk to his team to settle them down and find out the plays we want to address here. Meanwhile, for the Huskies, they're sending up to hit is Mason Eckes, the number 9 hitter. Then they will flip the lineup.
Well, one of the cool things last time we were here, Joe, was 2019 when Anoka was in the sectional final against this same Blaine team, and the first base coach for the Andover Huskies was actually the head coach for Blaine at that time, Eric Feigem. Had a chance to talk to him before the game, and I asked him about that game. And he told me, he goes, Seth Miller, who's a pitcher now for Augustana, one of their starters. And I don't know if you remember, Joe, had a grand slam, and he had threw a no-hitter for that game against Anoka. Completely dominated and brought the Blaine Bengals to state in 2019.
Yeah, I saw Seth Miller also playing some town team ball that followed him. But, yeah, that was in Augustana. What a program.
Oh, yeah.
So stepping in is Eckes. Mason Eckes, the junior. He's got a home run on the season. And now a .233 average. Looks at that first pitch and gets that strike. He's got a heck of a spinner.
Well, Mason Eckes, bases loaded against against Forest Lake, was able to drive in 2 in last Thursday.
Bases juiced. Here's the pitch in the dirt. There's a run for home. Who's going to get there? The Huskies do. First run of the game. Good hustle play, and capitalizing at the time was Kuznia.
Yeah, that was just a great speed, and some words said at the end there. I don't know if Kuznia wanted to make sure that Pooter was all right, but Pooter got taken out. And you see right here, good camera work. Taken out, and then Kuznia and Pooter had something to say.
Huskies jump out, get that first run to set the tempo here. Bottom of the second, runners still at second and third as they advance. 1-1 pitch misses outside. Looks like right now Pooter having some trouble locating a pitch or two. That last one had some movement, but in that dirt, a nice job of blocking it. In fact, by Beckman, but unfortunately, when he blocked it, it had so much spin.
Yeah, it
went up the baseline.
So one of the bad things about coming through the losers brackets is after Pooter, there's not a lot of options. They're pitched a lot of innings Saturday. So anybody most of the pitchers that do Saturday and yesterday will not be available because of the pinch count rules.
Delivery here up high, and almost just missed that one. Eckes
is on that fastball right around the letters.
Just underneath it, went straight back for the junior Mason Eckes. 9 RBIs on the season. Has a 2-2 count. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Andover has jumped out 1-0. Good job of staying alive by Eckes. Breaking pitch.
Yeah, really nice job.
And as you mentioned, when they managed to lose that first game, it's a lot of work psychologically and as well physically. And you lose a lot of pitching pitches itself. There's one that goes right into the Blaine bench.
Boy, I don't know if he hit that off the very end of the bat or the cue shot, but that was one of the more interesting foul balls that I've seen.
I'm curious if he tries to maybe work this one up high and see if he can climb the ladder on Eckes. A good first inning, a couple of strikeouts for Pooter as he's getting ready to look in for the sign. Extended look this time. Coming in, Pooter. Just 2 walks and 17 strikeouts. Goes up top. This time it's hit to center field. That's going to score a run, RBI number 10. Unless there's a gun down throw. Here it comes. Oh, they made the cut. That looked good.
Yeah, you know
that was a great throw from center field.
Yeah, Temke, I don't know I didn't hear anyone cut. Of course, we've got headphones on, but the field mics didn't pick up whether it was supposed to be cut. Yeah, it looks like maybe it was up the line, but boy, that was a good throw from Bush out in center.
Huskies dart and cross another run. Goman not only gets the single, scores a run. Huskies up 2-0. Runner holds at second for Andover. 2 outs, and they flip their lineup to Patty Kelly. Kelly grounded to second his first time up. A .385 hitter lifts this one to right field. That's under control and collected, and the Huskies are retired after McDonald picks that up and ends the inning. So Huskies push 2 runs across an early 2-0 lead at the end of 2 complete. QCTV Baseball Section 7A Finals coming your way.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Well, now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
A sunny evening on a Tuesday night. This is the Section 7 4A Section Championship. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs and the QCTV team. And you can see the fans here enjoying this venue. Top of the third. Blaine not through their lineup just yet, and it's a ground ball up the middle. Good play by D'Agostino. Gets to his feet but cannot unleash that throw. Good extension for D'Agostino to come and then make that play defensively, but unable to unleash the throw as Stauffacher that time picks up the base hit. The leadoff hitter, that's Garrett Stauffacher. The third baseman. Now it's Elliot Bush stepping in. Runner at first. Second time now that Blaine has had their leadoff runner on to start the inning. Over the top, good pitch that time. You could tell
Yeah,
Bush was a little puzzled by that pitch.
He had his head wrapped around like he was looking for a fastball. Dropped the curveball.
Looking at that runner, Stauffacher, just to see, looking back in the just outside part of the plate.
The Huskies, Novak we saw this last time where he really let off a lot of hitters with that curveball and then kind of works off his fastball.
Missed up high that time, and the number 8 hitter here for Blaine comes in with an average of .254 this season, Elliott Bush. Stock off of the runner at first. High chopper to D'Agostino, makes the play. Lunao is there to tie it up and receive the throw from D'Agostino.
That works as good as a bunt right now, and that is good sacrifice. Great decision by D'Agostino to just get that out. He knew he didn't hit that with that high chopper. He wasn't going to have time to get a double play, but was able to get one out. And that's important.
And that's when it comes time for section play and playoff, you know, Jim, get an out. Take the outs, and especially now they have the number 9 hitter coming up here for Blaine. And that is Joe Beckman, the catcher. Beckman coming in hitting .260. Top of the third, Huskies push 2 runs across in the bottom of the second. High fastball, juiced it by him that time, and up in the account there is Novak. Not much of a wind tonight, Jim.
No, it's
that couldn't be more opposite than what we experienced.
The typhoon that we went through last Thursday.
1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on, stop, and they'll call time.
A little gamesmanship there by Beckman.
Absolutely.
Those catchers are smart.
Hey, you got to own that at bat.
Yeah.
You can't let them get into that cadence and that flow. Stoffnecker at second. Led off the inning on a ground ball up the middle. D'Agostino made a diamond of a catch on that dive, but couldn't get up to unleash that toss. But he was given the hit. After we get a look at the catcher Beckman, they'll flip the lineup. That is Blaine. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We are at the top of the third. If the Huskies win, they not only move to 20-4, they win the Section 7 championship and advance to CHS Field. This one's coming our way, Jim.
Yeah.
And
Guy
right
for
there,
it.
Oh, God, we should have had a fishing net.
We had it measured just
So,
outside the reach, right?
I've got the fishing net in the trunk.
So 2 strikes to Beckman. We'll see what I'm guessing. I would go with a high fastball again. See if we can get him to go after it.
He does, tries to climb that ladder, but live to play another pitch is Beckman, the catcher. Beckman comes in, as I mentioned, that .260 average, but he has an on-base percentage of .391.
Huskies also have one other streak going right now. And I don't dare mention what it is.
Swung on and missed. Good pitch and delivery that time. Had some great movement on that pitch by Novak. Whoa, that was next level stuff.
Yeah, that high
Really.
fastball again just tied him up. Can't catch what you can't see.
Get up and go. 2 outs. Strikeout number 3, I believe, for Novak. As we go back to the top of the order here for Blaine. Leading off the game with a single at his last at bat was Anderson.
That's almost a carbon copy of the first pitch that Novak threw in the first at bat to Anderson. Locked him up on the inside with a fastball. See if he drops it. We talked about this last time, tunneling, where he's going to try to throw that same pitch, but it'll be a curveball.
He's mixing it up a little bit more their second time through. At least we have that scenario from one hitter. Ground ball, second base, controlled there. Kelly has it over the first in time to Lunau, and Blaine is retired. One man remaining on base at second. Couldn't push him across. That was a leadoff hitter who reached, and the Huskies send Blaine down. They're now going to try to get some knocks themselves here in the bottom of the third.
Well, that is inning number 24 of scoreless pitching for the Huskies. And I'm hoping I'm not jinxing anything with this, but it's pretty remarkable that they've had 3 shutouts in 3 innings so far of no runs against.
Well, we mentioned it's batteries included.
Yeah.
You got to have that pitching when it comes time for playoffs, and it's got to be, you got to have some depth. They have in those 115 pitches over, a 3-day time frame to be able to kind of manage it and strategically find your arm. So you got to develop them and get him repped through the season. And I'll tell you, the Huskies have been impressive, and they're even missing one of their top starters from last year.
Yeah, and Anthony Pardo, who we saw on crutches, had an injury earlier on in the year, tried to come back from it, ended up aggravating it, and then ended up finishing the season. But good news is all the starting pitchers right now are coming back next year for the Huskies. When you're throwing zeros, as many zeros as they have in the sectional playoffs, it's pretty impressive. Speaking of impressive, Kyle Law.
He is the law. He enforces hitting when he's in there and in the outfield as well. Carries the badge offensively and defensively, I guess all 5 tools. That time he swings over the top of a breaking pitch as Pooter spins one. Gets a nice spin rate on that release. And he's up in the count 0-1 to Law, who got a single his first time up. So Law takes this one deep to short, coming up, making the throw just in time by Pettis. A bang half step beat that time. He just barely got the speedy Law at first for the first out of the inning. Pettis has made some nice plays at short.
And let's see, that this would be, is it in the glove? What great camera work. Yeah, he is out. Good call by the umpire. And great job, great camera work.
Setting up with D'Agostino. D'Agostino struck out this first time up.
So everybody that is listening to the audio only will have to try to paint the picture with words. It was great camera work, so when you watch a replay, you'll get a chance to notice.
And thank you for reminding me of that, Jim, as well. Looking ahead now, 2-0 the count. D'Agostino, that last time up, you knew it was a great breaking pitch because he isn't fooled often. D'Agostino. In 64 at bats, he only struck out 8 times this season, which is a pretty good percentage. And he takes that ball off the mark, now 3-0. Trying to avenge a strikeout his first time up. The .391 hitter gets the fastball just.
He tried to sell it.
Part, yeah.
He tried to sell it that it almost hit him, so he kind of jumped back.
He sold it to me.
Yeah.
Jansen, this one's lifted to center field. Scooty now floating over the right side, almost a collision, but cutting in front and making that play was McDonald. Wow, I almost got a heart attack on that. He reached right in front of center fielder.
Bush was camped under it, and McDonald's just kind of reached in front, and not a lot of communication as both reached for it. Luckily, there wasn't a
collision of any sort.
Yeah.
So 2 outs now. We'll see if the Huskies can get a 2-out rally going as he's retired Law and D'Agostino for Andover, the number 2 and 3 hitters who came in hitting .480 and .391 respectively. Myers steps in hitting .286 this season.
A pretty impressive record. Honestly, Blaine is 18-7. Very impressive.
But here's the thing, is they take and they make advancements. That's Husky squad, and we talked to Coach Anderson before the game, is that first time through isn't always pretty. But I'll tell you, the second time through, D'Agostino got a nice drive, and this time it's Myers who's going to drift this one to right. Nope, it's just into second who gets in front of it, and the Huskies are retired. We are at the end of 3 complete Andover. The number 1 seed has that 2-0 lead. We'll be back for the 4th inning for the Section 7 4A championship.
Andover, Minnesota. 34.84 square miles and 33,000 strong. Home of the Huskies. Residing in the state where hockey is king. with a new battle for the crown each winter. 16 teams, 14 games, one ultimate dream.
Burgers track the goal! 15 seconds in, Andover takes a 1-0 lead.
But in the end, only 2 teams reigned victorious in the state of hockey.
Skated out in the corner. Andover has won the state title.
Which makes Andover the city of champions.
Zinda takes the lead pass. They come in across Zinda. Shot. Rebounds. Your champion.
Fourth inning, and I'll tell you, the hockey teams have certainly set the tempo and the standard for Andover this season. The boys and the girls, that was a great piece at QCTV, and the Andover boys and the girls won this state tournament in high school hockey. Meanwhile, there's a couple of players on those teams here representing the Huskies hockey team as well, and tried to bring that mojo here to the baseball squad this year and build on it from last year, and they've done that. Huskies come in with a mark of 19-4 as we go to the top of the fourth here in this section 7-4A. Novak throwing a gem so far and just couldn't quite get that pitch. 2-0 count.
Speaking of hockey players, Adam Puder, good defenseman for the Blaine Bengals, who struck out the first time up.
Puder, if you remember, had that run around first. It was a selfless player trying to get that bunt down, but he's the team leader in terms of hitting this season at .361. Let's see if he can get the Blaine Bengals going. Top of the fourth, no outs.
That was a good pitch right there. Umpire's a little late on the call, but it was a good pitch right on the outside corner around the knees.
Jumping in and looking at that pitch. Wow, good location. I'll tell you, that's, I would say, one thing that's tough to not swing at that pitch.
Yeah.
But Puder, but good hitter that he is, watch that one go move side, and he's on board. That sets up for the number 3 hitter, Damon Temke. Look out, he's dangerous. A .333 hitter, 8 doubles on the season.
Isaac
and they'll have a pinch runner as well.
Yeah, Isaac Moen will come in as the courtesy runner for Puder. And nobody down. We'll see. Obviously, the Huskies are expecting a bunt as they try to get that runner into scoring position.
Damon Tumpkin with 5 RBIs here in the postseason for Blaine. He had 18. Second on the team, only to Pettis. The left-handed hitting first baseman makes a 1-0 count. Novak misses outside. Good job there by Myers to go out. And sometimes you just, I got to tell you, sometimes people forget to get to the mound, you throw, and you get into that as a pitcher. And it's important to have someone as educated as a catcher there with Myers to be able to say, all right, hey, let's just stop. We're in a wrong cadence right here. Take a deep breath, regroup.
Yeah, you're right. And to be honest, I one of the things that you had mentioned that Blaine was really aggressive the first time through the order. Well, Puder was not. Puder was definitely took pitches, and we're seeing that again from Pettis or from Temke.
Certainly poised at bat, 2-0 count. Swung on and missed that time by Temke, and so 2-1 first, and it's an anomaly also this season because coming in, Novak had struck out 55 hitters and walked only 10. He just walked his 11th as he's down in this count 3-1.
One thing I'm concerned about for the Huskies right now is their left fielder, Davis Goldman, is playing to pull a big pull for
that's almost a well-defined shift.
Yeah, and he's been behind every pitch.
3-1. Called a strike. That dot at the outside part of the plate, so 3 balls, 2 strikes. A runner at first, a pinch runner. Starting pitcher Puder, the top hitter for Blaine, reached on a walk. This one's driven to short. D'Agostino gets low to get it. That's with Kelly. Turn to double play. No, gets beyond the reach of Lunau, and the runner advances to second. Good recovery by Meyer to hustle down and make the throw, but just missed by about a half a step there.
Yeah, so fielder's choice. D'Agostino with a good throw over to Patty Kelly, and a just good hard slide.
And I couldn't tell, if he kind of threw, when he was sliding, kind of went in hard, and he couldn't quite finish his throw, but it did pull Lunau off the bag at first. So that's the first error, I believe, the ending of the game here for Andover, as we have the top of the fourth and one out, runner at second. Stepping in as Joey Powers. Powers nubs one to first. Lunau is going to hustle over and put the tag on him. Good play. Trying to diffuse any momentum here and making the play is Lunau for the second out of the inning. And there a case, first swing.
Yep, yeah, and that was the second time that Pettis basically hit it to the same spot. First at bat in the second inning, Novak was able to scoop it up and run it over and get an unassisted put out. This one, Lunau with an unassisted put out.
Shortstop Pettis steps in, 346 average. 18 RBIs on the season.
There's some kind of discussion between Satzinger and Erickson. Went back and forth. Don't know what that was. I think it was the decision to get tagged out by the runner. I think that's why he's asking questions about it.
2 outs. Novak trying to work his way through here. The top of the fourth, the Huskies a 2-0 lead. They've been able to diffuse any scoring opportunities here in the first 3 innings. They face from the Blaine Bengals. Again, these two teams met. First game of the season, it was an 8-0 win for Blaine. 38-degree day. This right, Brave can pitch there. It's called frozen pizza. That's a great, he's facing a tremendous hitter. And that ball's got to have some vicious rotation in order for that thing to break at that type of angle to freeze that hitter. This one just misses outside. 2-1 to count. 2 outs. Wind right now very minimal. Lines are 310 down left and 310 down the right field line as well. 375 to dead center. This pitch called a strike. Great location. It's so tough to hit that fastball at knee high.
And really, Myers really made that happen. Just his ability to work up through the ball. And I've said that a couple of times.
Yeah, you always seem to be kind of giving those catchers a little extra credit.
That was a very good one, yes. that was
he
nice.
squared that up well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, right over us. I had my jazz hands waiting.
Yeah. We'd had stitch marks on the forehead.
Yes. That had some velo coming our way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on for Blaine. They trail 2-0. Top of the fourth, trying to do some damage. Pettis is hitting, and he'll just miss on that pitch.
That's a good pitch.
Those are pitches you just wonder if he hits it, he hits it. Or I mean, if I wasn't guessing that. If it ends up being a strike, I've got to take that one, but those are great pitches.
Yeah, they really are.
It's juice now to count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Novak, a good hook. Freezes the hitter again, and that ball has to have some major rotation on it. As I said before, a great spin rate, because that ball is angling down in a way and moving with some serious type of filthy break. And the Huskies elude another scoring opportunity for Blaine, and they leave a runner on third, and they get through the meat of that order, the second, third, and fourth and fifth hitter. So it'll be the Huskies to try to extend the lead, bottom of the fourth.
Yeah.
Taking a look and see what pitch, breaking pitch right there off the outside part of the plate. Strikeout 1. Here's one to a left-handed hitter, fastball. Third hitter.
Fastball.
Looking on that one, break pitch.
Yeah, Novak has been dealing, and you can see right there, he just walks off the mound like it was nothing.
And even as a sophomore last year, pitching in a state tournament.
Yeah,
and
composed.
doing so well, so poised.
Yep. Very composed. So
in my understanding, he got a 35 on the ACT.
that's what I got on my SAT.
That's what I got for my measurement on my waist. But I was happy because, but 36 was that perfect score. And, boy, that's impressive. They kind of have all the components there ready to rock. So stays poised and a great IQ as well on and off the field. Huskies now, bottom of the fourth, need to try to see if they can extend this lead of 2-0. Lunau steps in. Now having a heck of a season himself.
Round out to the shortstop on a really nice play, just barely beat out the last time. 349 hitter, 17 home runs, or 17 RBIs, 19 runs. Has been a nice addition at first base. They've had a couple of different players over there. And most importantly, he's really fit in well. And he's played in the outfield. He's played third base. He's a nice job being able to find that spot and really kind of solidify it.
349 hitter coming into this game. I mentioned 0 for 1. He's also walked 22 times. In 65 at-bats, he has struck out just 5 times. Those are great numbers.
Yeah.
This is driven to the gap. A chance. Center fielder's over and makes that catch. Wow, did that hold up? But he scorched that one, did Lunau, to left center. And taking the right track is Elliott Bush to make the play. And wow, he read that well, but that was hit on the nose.
Yeah, he had the line on that right from the start. You see Lunau taking off, and great job by Bush. Good route, good jump, 1 out.
Kuznia trying to get things going. His last time up.
It was a single right up the, you called it a 3-hopper right up that went off the mound. That was absolutely the correct call.
Tries to go down and pick that up. Lefty hitters, we always like to go for those low pitches.
Yep.
That wheelhouse is low and in. That time just got a piece of it. 0-2. Pooter open, or Pooter ahead in this count. Good battle there. And I'll say this, as much as we had talked earlier with the Huskies having, hey, that first at bat, not overly impressive as they go through that lineup the first time. They make some great adjustments, and they will make those pitchers throw almost perfection that next and third time up.
Yeah, and it was a 2-strike pitch that Kuznia had last time they laced up the middle.
This one's lifted to right. I think it's going to be foul and out of play. He got an off-speed pitch and got the bat head out in front of that.
Like I said, Kuznia is he's just a guy who gets up there and battles. And, if you think he's going to come home with a clean uniform, you're absolutely wrong.
Last time out, here's a ground ball to second, a hopper. Can he get it out in time? Just in
there.
time.
Yeah, I think they missed that call on that. He was that was a nice play by the second baseman Anderson, but Kuznia with the hustle and the high hop.
High hop, and Anderson had trouble getting it out of his glove. And boy, that was close. But I think they just got him by.
Yeah, they did. I stand corrected.
Split second. Way to stick with it there. He got the 381 hitter. And Davis Goman. Goman is 6 for 8 in the postseason. Singled his first time up. Got a nice, almost a tennis forehand ball that lifted high in the air and had some great top spin and dropped right in front of a beautiful effort in center field by Bush. This one's back to the pitcher. Pooter has it under control, and the Huskies have a Wisconsin inning. Unfortunately, 3 up, 3 down. They get in, they get out, and they'll go back to the field. We have 4 complete. That's a 2-0 lead for the Andover Huskies in this Section 7 championship.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
What is dementia? Is it the same as Alzheimer's? If someone has memory loss, does that mean they have dementia? Millions of Americans ask these questions every day. Hello, I'm Kevin Jameson, volunteer and president of the Dementia Society of America. Please request our free guide filled with facts about dementia and ways you can keep your brain as healthy as possible. Go to 1-800-DEMENTIA.org or call 1-800-DEMENTIA. You want to live your life to the fullest, and we can help.
Hey, well, welcome back. Joe Brunin along with Jim Childs as we are here at Solheim Veterans Field. Jim, great start to this game. 4 innings in the book, starting the 5th. What do you think, the pace and the tempo in favor of the Huskies?
Well, my heart rate is above 120 right now because they're moving so fast. I mean, this has been a great, an outstanding and well-played and well-pitched game so far.
Get a look at our confines here. Friendly first pitch over in time to D'Agostino. Gets a 2-hopper. And again, unfortunately, they think they can pounce on that first pitch by Novak and D'Agostino, who's been a superstar in center at shortstop. And you get a look at Lunau, the first baseman, as well, flashing a little leather. 1 down after 1 pitch, top half of the 5th. That was McDonald. And now you're getting a look at Stoffaker. He reached. And not before a great effort by D'Agostino at short on a dive, on an infield hit. Stoffaker comes in hitting .298. 24 strikeouts this season. Good pitch that time. Wow, Novak just continues to get stronger here.
And just tie him up. He just tied that one. Stoffaker just got tied up.
Oh, beautiful pitch. Nope, just missed. I thought that was a punch out.
Hey, you know what? On a 1-2 pitch to throw it right there to a lefty, that is outstanding. You can see right here, Myers down real low, and they just missed it. We'll see if it tries a backdoor curveball.
2-2 delivery, swung on and missed. Novak in charge here. Mags waving the wand that time was Stoffaker and couldn't get anything on. Trying to extend it, but an excellent pitch as he walked the ladder on this fastball.
Yeah, just he was looking curveball and just couldn't catch up, couldn't adjust to the fastball.
I think we're looking at 6 strikeouts. First pitch, breaking pitch, but he's mixing it up as well, Jim. You can see, hey, those poised hitters kind of waiting to see what transpires. Elliott Bush steps in, the number 8 hitter. 259 on the season.
Good pitch just off the outside part of the plate. He's got a 2-0 count now.
Ground out to second, his first time up. Well, it's Bush. Andover has been really putting it together and bringing the juice, and there's a strike call on the fastball, knee-high. You know, you can hit that ball if you get your head, but you're not going to get a quality swing at it. It's so fast. And a great location, identical. That was the matching pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Good morning, good afternoon, and let's see if this is good night with the same pitch.
Let's see if it's going to be a Wisconsin inning here for Blaine. Get in, get out, and swung on and fouled back. Bush. In the on-deck circle as Beckman, the catcher, the number 9 hitter for Blaine. Huskies would love to be able to face the number 9 hitter to start
the 6th inning. Absolutely. Yep, you're right.
Right now, the only runs put up is a crooked number in the 2nd inning, 2 by the Huskies. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Novak, and that is a Wisconsin inning for Blaine. 3 up, 3 down. You get in, you get out. 6 strikeouts now on the afternoon or the early evening here for the Andover junior. Wow. Well placed. And I know we said it before. You've got so much movement on that ball. And if you're not there, you can't see that movement when you're in that box. But he has guys poking and prodding at that third strike, and Novak in charge right now as the Huskies go to the bottom of the 5th, Jim, and they got to be pleased, Coach Anderson and the staff, Eric Feigen and the team, with what they're seeing.
Yeah, well, you know, a shout out to also to Jason Osberg and John Heath, pitching coach.
Coach Wilkie, former Coach Wilkie, now at Augsburg, offensive coordinator, joining us here for this game, and
it's great to see him still supporting the Huskies. I know he's we've caught him. It's Where's Wilkie? We've been able to catch him on a number of QCTV broadcasts with Andover.
Well, and you know, speaking of which, there's a couple of one player at least from the Blaine squad, Temke, heading to Augsburg, where Wilkie is currently that offensive coordinator and quarterback coach there. Huskies here, bottom of the 6th, leading off. Deutschel, 281 hitter.
You know, I think one of the things that you're seeing is the bottom half of the Blaine order is overmatched. I don't think the bottom half of the Andover order is.
Yeah, good point, Jim. We've seen the 7, 8, and 9 hitters really get things going. In fact, Eckes has an RBI and a sacrifice fly, but last time up, they were getting things going. There's a well-struck ball down the right field line, foul. Kept that bat head, and they're rolling there. So Blaine ended the regular season 14-7, but as I mentioned, I put together a 4-game win streak to come back and try to connect and get another game, another day in the championship round here versus Andover. They're currently 18-7. The Huskies come into the record of 19-4. We've said it before, hey, batteries included.
Yeah.
You got to have the pitching and you got to have the fielding. The hitting is the dessert, right? You get a chance to celebrate with that. And but the pitching has been just solid for Andover all season long, but even more so pronounced in section play. That one misses, just off the mark. You could try to get that and just didn't quite get the extension on that throw, kind of guided it there. The Pooter, who's doing a great job considering they're up. It's a pretty depleted pitching staff right now if they have to get beyond him. Swung on and missed, but it gets beyond the catcher. On his way to first is Deutschel, so he'll reach on an error. And the number 8 hitter reaches with no one out, and Eckes, the number 9 hitter, steps in. The 233 hitter had the RBI. That was his 10th RBI of the season in that second inning.
We'll see. Number 9 hitter, nobody out. You're up by 2. You'd expect a bunt. We expected a bunt against Forest Lake. It did not happen. We'll see. We'll see if this does happen.
No one warming up in the bullpen. Here's a nubber by Eckes, just foul.
Again, this is the difference between another lineup. When your number 9 hitter comes up and you've got him swinging away, that tells you have confidence in that hitter.
Getting a look here and seeing in the hole on. I was wondering if he's going to make a throw over just to keep Deutschel over there a little closer. Deutschel came in hitting 250. This is just over second base off the handle there out in front for this first out of the inning by the number 9 hitter Eckes.
Deutschel has 2 stolen bases on the season. The junior, we'll see if the junior can possibly give the go sign. Be nice to have him on second base with Kyle Law coming up afterwards.
They flip to the lineup, and there it is. Patty Kelly, 385 hitter, 17 runs on the season, 11 walks, and 10 RBIs. The lefty. And the second baseman looks at that first pitch. The ball. I know Blaine this season has said, hey, we compare ourselves to the Boston Red Sox in 2004. Says there were times when we were down 0-3. Just like the Red Sox were down to the Yankees, he says we've been down to that last out, but we tend to get some good plays, and I'm sure Coach Anderson and the Huskies are aware of that and want to extend the lead that they have here. Bottom of the fifth, 2-0 lead. Deutschel at first, trying to nudge a little closer with that lead. In the dirt. And I like watching Deutschel at first, even though you aren't going to steal. You can still act like you're going to steal, and that can be a distraction to the pitcher.
Yeah, and really right there, nice job by Beckman to be able to corral that, because Deutschel has been aggressive on the bases. 2-1 count right now to Patty Kelly.
Ground ball, hit the second slow roller. They're going to try to get the lead runner. Deutschel, they do. That ball was going slower and slower, and I don't think he thought he had a chance to get the speedy Kelly at first. He got Deutschel by about a step. So 2 outs now, and
I wonder if I'm sorry, I just, no slide by Deutschel, which kind of, can be a hindrance, especially if they were going to had a chance to get him at first.
I'm wondering if he thought they were going to go to first, right?
Yeah.
So we got runner at first. That's Kelly. Reaches on a fielder's choice. Set up as Law. Kyle Law. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. A single his first time up. If anyone can start a 2-out rally, it's certainly Law. And when you're pitching to Law, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
He makes you be so perfect. Great situational hitter here. He has a 2-0 count, so he's going to be looking maybe dead red from Pooter. So I'm guessing Pooter here is thinking breaking pitch, because he sure as heck doesn't want to give him a dead red fastball down the middle of the Law. 5 home runs on the season for Law, a 40 hitter, 22 RBIs.
Since about the 4th game, he's hit over 500. I don't think you give him anything to hit.
Beautiful. There was a spinner.
You were right. You were right. Good call, Joe.
I had a fastball, 2 fastballs in high school, slow and slower. So I had to kind of pitch backwards many times. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The Huskies up 2-0, and this pitch is just off the plate.
Yeah, right now, I would imagine they'll throw another curveball. They're looking in. They're not going to give him a fastball. If they do, it won't be down the heart of the plate.
3 ball, hitters count, 3 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. This is Law looking for his pitch. And wow, that was a perfectly placed pitch there.
It really was. At a 3-1 count, you don't want to swing at that. If you're Kyle Law, it's not, you say get your pitch. That's one that's going to be a ground out to the shortstop.
I'm guessing he was thinking breaking pitch.
Yeah.
So we're juiced at the count. 3 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That's Kelly at first. Reached on the fielder's choice. Huskies a 2-0 lead as we are at the bottom of the 5th.
Kelly will be off with a pitch, so anything into the gaps is a chance for him to score.
This is a resilient Blaine team, and the Huskies would love to get a couple more runs, and that pitch is off the mark. You can see sometimes it's trying to be almost too perfect on those pitches when you have Law, and then stepping in right now is Noah D'Agostino. D'Agostino has been phenomenal this season. 20 RBIs, 21 runs, hitting .390.
So he's flowing out to right field, and in the first inning, struck out kind of on a mistake swing.
This one's lifted to left field. Over to make this and call it and end the inning for the Huskies. Catching it, corralling it. That's Power, Joey Powers. So we have 5 complete in this Section 7 4A championship matchup between Andover and Blaine. 2-0 lead for the Huskies, back for the 6th.
The St. Paul Saints are back.
The one on to first. Double play. In the air, right field. Well hit. Way back. It is gone.
Catch live coverage of tomorrow's big league stars right here on this community station.
Luke! 911, where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
And even a more spectacular new scoreboard that went up this season, and we are now in the 6th of this section championship battle as Blaine comes to bat, top half, and they have the number 9 and 1 and 2 hitter coming at it, and like he hasn't lost anything as Novak. 6 strikeouts thus far, no runs, just 1 walk, and Joe Beckman steps in to take that first strike, a .260 hitter for the Bengals. But so I'm on a number to Kelly. Weird hop, spin, and they got it just in time.
That was
almost a sideways toss that time from Kelly.
It kind of came out of his hand. I think he did a great job of just being able to get in front of that ball. Spin, as you mentioned, was weird, and it bounced a little bit differently than your normal ground ball, but he was able to crawl it up, and it came out of his hand a little bit funny over to Goman, but Goman was able to get it.
Takes us to the top of the order with Adam Anderson, who singled his first time up. He's a .207 hitter on the season, .439 average on base percentage. You could see Coach Erickson had the Bengals all crowded around him as they came to the dugout at the end of that 5th inning, trying to get him a spark, trying to get him that little Red Sox fever. And kind of the why not us push. That's
right
inside.
There. And spun the bill around a little bit.
We get to see the breaking pitch here.
Yeah, good setup for that.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the delivery. Breaking pitch it is, outside part of the plate. Patty Kelly has it. Fair catch, calls it, and 2 outs now for Blaine. Blaine is running out of outs to try to score a comeback here as we had the top half of the 6th down by 2, and now they bring in Adam Puder, a .361 hitter.
Nice to have nobody on, 2 outs, and Puder up, knowing that if you can get through this hitter, you've gone through their best hitter going into the last inning.
Puder struck out his first time up and then walked his second. Almost that Scherzer-like grunt coming from the Diesel. And Josh Novak coming in with an ERA of 1.24 on the season. Oh, my.
The Huskies are on the top of the dugout and just about jumped out.
That was a pretty soft-gloved, well squared away that time.
It was outside. It was a good pitch.
1 ball, 2 strike. Here's Novak. Ground ball hit to D'Agostino. 2-hopper around the ankles. Pulls it up, makes the throw over the Lunau just in time, and the Huskies are 3 outs away. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, they'll come to bat, but the Huskies have that juice, have that energy going.
Yeah, very good point that the juice is going. So if the Huskies do prevail, they will be heading to state, and most likely, they will be playing their first game at CHS, but they will have. My guess is a 3 or 4 seed, depending. I'm guessing probably 4 seed. So you can see Coach Pete Anderson on the fringe of his 2nd 20-win season in as many years.
It's Coach Pete also talking to the pitching coach John Heath as they're kind of looking to see, hey, that pitch count may be getting close for Novak. I'm not certain on that, but meanwhile, They are getting ready in the bullpen, and you can see some more of the Andover fans there jumping on and supporting that team. They've also had success in track, and the girls lacrosse team is also playing as we speak right now. They're the #1 seed. That team is fast and furious, speed and space.
Yes.
A great team to watch. They're playing Champlain Park right now as we speak. The winner advances Thursday to the section championship. Stepping in now for the Huskies, looking to extend that 2-0 lead. Bottom of the 6th, the first grip and rip, and just off the mark that time. Toss to Logan Myers.
So the hard-throwing Eli Nyhammer is in the Huskies bullpen.
It's in front of that pitch, sends it down the line and over third base, and foul is Myers, who came in hitting .286, 17 runs, 21 walks. Got things going in that second inning, really. They got a little rally going, and I believe he scored that first run for the Huskies. Did Myers. We'll check on that. This one's lifted to right field. Bat hat out there. This ball's floating, but having it is there. McDonald for the second out of the inning.
Want to see some Huskies jump around? There they are. All hit into the dugout, rattles around.
A little mini Dancing with the Stars. Certainly want to steer clear there. As
Tyler Lou now up 0 for 2. Nice play by the shortstop, Pettis. And then a fly out to center field.
Ground ball to third, one hop. Defended, now hurry up, trying to make the throw. In time to get Lunau. My correction, that's the second out of the inning there for Lunau. And it was actually Kuznia who actually scored the first run of the game. And then Goman for the Huskies. That came in the second inning. Kuznia and Goman scoring the 2 runs. Scoring on a pass ball and a sacrifice fly. They had bases juiced in that second. 2 outs, stepping in. 1 swing and done. Kuznia's looking at this and makes the catch. That's out number 3 for the Huskies, and Blaine is getting themselves geared and ready as we'll return for the 7th inning in the Huskies. A 2-0 lead in this Section 7 4A championship.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back. This, the critical 7th inning for the section championship, as the big diesel, Josh Novak, has gone 6 innings. He has a 1.24 ERA on the season with 39 2/3 innings pitched. None more important than this inning he's pitching right now as he steps in and getting it set for number 30, Thumke. Damon Temke is a .333 hitter, 8 doubles on the season, and Blaine is in dire need of a base runner.
I'm sure right now that they've been told they need to take a strike. There was that strike taken by Thumke. Green light on everything else.
Yeah, they've gotten almost into a bad habit of one swing and done. Novak trying to go to distance. This one's down first base. Lunau easily handles that. The two-hopper. And over now, 2 outs away. And Novak from a complete game. It's interesting because Novak took the loss in the first meeting. He went 4 innings, gave up 1 earned run, but took that loss. He is definitely going beyond avenging that right here. If he can continue his way through a number 4 hitter, and look out, Powers is dangerous. Powers, Joey Powers, a 3-19 hitter, playing left field.
He's 1 for 2 today.
He's gotten one of those rare hits. Just a 2-hitter.
The 2-hit shutout by Novak. You can see his focus, and he's ready to go.
This one on, and had a good cut on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
So third time through the order right now, and they're still behind Novak. They're not able to catch up. That just tells you the pure power that Novak is having.
Gets the pitch there. Wow, nasty. Nasty. 1 word, 2 syllables, just filthy on that breaking pitch.
Yep.
Novak.
Right there. Yep, and just dives right in.
You can see he's just freezing the hitter. 2-2 delivery. This one's just over the top of us. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We are at the top half of the 7th. Blaine needs to push across 2 runs to extend this game.
Good stop by Myers. You've got to stop. Nobody on base. You have to stop it because there's 2 strikes.
Blaine came in winning their last 4 games. A 14-1 win over Coon Rapids. A 3-2 win over Forest Lake. 11-1 win to get revenge over that Duluth East. This one's lifted foul again. Good job of hitting here.
Now, this team was rated as high as 4th, I believe, in the top 10 coaches poll earlier on in the season. This is not a slouch team, and they, unfortunately lost the first game, but they have absolutely battled and made this interesting.
This pitch in the dirt draws the walk. I'll tell you, Blaine. We'll see if they find it out a little too late, but when they have quality at bats, they can do some damage right now. Coach Anderson is coming out. We're going to see if it's a matter of what's left in the tank for Novak.
Yeah, this will be an interesting conversation. They've got Nyhammer on the front step. He's got his glove on. He's ready to sprint in there.
They've also got Pettis coming up to hit, and Pettis.
They're going to call him.
346 on the season.
Well, Novak, absolutely incredible. 6 1/3 innings. He'll be responsible for Powers.
Now we strike. Now we go.
So
you can hear Blaine trying to do some chatter. Hey, this is when we strike. This is when we go. They feel like they've got the ace off the mound. And now Nyhammer, as you get a look at today's player of the game. We hope we're not jinxing Novak here at this point, but he has been phenomenal. Just 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, filthy breaking balls, some fastballs that he's climbed the ladder on, struck out some of those left-handed hitters with, and he has been impressive. He has surrendered just 2 hits, and that walk, he just surrendered just his 2nd of the game, and 6 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings for Novak. He has been the diesel.
Yeah, really 2 runners reaching second base, only 1 reaching third, and that was with 2 outs. So Eli Nyhammer comes in, very impressive. It's tough to say that you can throw harder than Novak, but he'll reach the upper 80s. Big, strong reliever. Has been part of the Huskies bullpen. Has worked on first base for the season. 6 innings. He's got 9 strikeouts. He's had 1 walk and given up 4 runs. He's a closer, and this senior's got a chance to to put his team to state.
This will be strength on strength with 1 out. Stepping in here. Get a look at. There's pitch. Just missed off the plate by Pettis. Pettis again hitting .346, leads this team with 19 RBIs.
Boy, that looked pretty good.
Good poise there to watch that as a 2-0 count. Pettis takes that third strike at Pettis. A home run on the season, and then he's also got leads the team in two triples, and he's collected 5 RBIs here in section play. 3-0 delivery, runner on first. Pettis will look here, and he'll take the strike.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see much other than fastballs from Nyhammer, and that's 4 for 4 so far with fastballs.
This one's shot right over the bleachers, down the first base line. Whoa, that was a laser.
And he was quite a bit behind on that one. We'll see. We'll see if they take off. They may send the runner Powers just to stay out of the double play.
Stop by, just lives to play another day. Nyhammer walked the ladder that time with some velo.
Went right off the umpire's mask.
Pettis just enough of that to foul tip it. Pettis has struck out 16 times on the year. He has had 81 at bats. Up high, walked it, pops out of the glove of Myers, but Myers goes out just to calm him down. Runners now at first and second. Any scoring opportunities and threats have been diffused by Novak and the Huskies with some great defense, and this fastball just got a little high. A little too much adrenaline as we get a pinch hitter coming in for Blaine.
And we'll have a pinch runner for Pettis, I believe.
They keep this Blaine team at a shutout at this point speaks volume, because they have scored 31 runs in their last 4 games.
Tyler Terry will be the pinch runner at first base as Ben McDonald comes up.
So it's McDonald stepping in. He's got an average of .333 on the season. Swung on and missed that one.
Yeah, he's way behind that one. There should be nothing but a fastball.
He's got 10 walks, 10 strikeouts on the season. Does McDonald. This one's lifted over third base side. 0-2 the count now. Nyhammer is up. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Up high, a little too much juice that time.
That's a good purpose pitch. I mean, you're 0-2. Now don't throw him another strike.
That was like a flyby, Top Gun. Flyby by the tower. 1-2. This one's living to play another day. Fouled back by Benny McDonald.
Good battle by McDonald right now against Nyhammer.
Juices by, bam! Strikeout, what? A fastball that was dark.
Yeah,
that thing was a snap off the wrist and good leg drive. Huskies 1 out away from advancing to the state tournament for the 2nd consecutive season, but they're going to have to get by. Another good hitter here for Blaine, and number 24, Stauffacher.
Yeah, Nyhammer is bringing it. You mentioned that he had some extra gas on that one, and my heart's coming out of my shirt. I can't imagine what it's doing for him right now.
0-1, Nyhammer walks the ladder there. He's not leaving anything up in the attic or anything in there. He's bringing the whole house.
Yep. He
And
is.
all that is coming out of there, right toward the hitter. First and second for Blaine. Good block. Little off-speed pitch by Nyhammer.
That's an important block because you keep
Yeah.
that runner at first and second rather than second and third.
And that's a whole different mindset, Jim. You're right.
Yeah.
Pitch here called
A ball.
a ball. There's almost sometimes that delay.
Yeah. It looked that looked good. 3-1 count.
3-1 count, and this set, we'll see if Blaine would want to come with somebody else. 3-1 strike. This is a strike. Nice. Snap that one off. He could have hit a quarterback there on that strike. He was so focused. Here it comes. The Huskies. 1 out, 1 strike away from advancing to the state tournament for the second consecutive year. Nyhammer delivers down low. He walks him.
Hey, that was a great at-bat by Stoffacher. And John Heath is going to come out. Probably give him some kind of calm down. And yeah, definitely. Would you expect Blaine to do anything different? Honestly, this is such a this is such a good baseball team, and to battle now with now the tying run at second base, a base hit ties this game.
Luke Deneke is also warming up for Andover. As again, you gotta have so much adrenaline out there, wanting to get that last out. And here's a chance now, Nyhammer. And we're going to check and see as they make some changes.
I think they're going to have a pinch hitter here.
Scheduled up was Bush.
Isaac Moen is running right now. And we'll see, looks like it's number 23 Bush is up to bat. So Isaac Moen went to for Stoffacher is now in at first base as a pinch runner.
And of course that key run right now is the one at second. Nyhammer.
Bush
Ready
0
to
for 2.
rev it up.
Yeah, Bush 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to Patty Kelly. First pitch strike.
Bush came in hitting .254. Strike 2. Boy, pinpoint accuracy. 1 pitch away. The Andover Huskies looking to extend that win streak. Looking to move to 20-4 and advance to the state high school tournament. Strike 3! Swing and a miss, and the Huskies are the Section 7 4A champions for 2022 at a mark of 20-4 and a 2-0 shutout. Jim, that is the blueprint. The Huskies have not surrendered a run in section play postseason this year.
Yeah.
4 shutouts on the season. Phenomenal effort. Congratulations to the Andover Huskies.
And just overmatched. Bush was overmatched. And Eli Nyhammer just actually threw the thunder right past Bush. And what a great moment for this team. Some seniors on here that have really helped elevate this program. You think about Kyle Law, Myers, D'Agostino, Nyhammer. Just it's fun to watch this team, and congratulations to Coach Anderson as well.
And the Huskies played a complete game, and I'll tell you, they played a complete section, and en route to a 4 games and a sweep, and not 1 run given up during the 4 games that they played in section postseason play. Andover Huskies move to a mark of 20-4 and advance to the state tournament to play at CHS Field.
Yeah, it was, and hey, our player of the game is Josh Novak. He came in, and I tell you what, just absolutely great job.
Congratulations, Andover Huskies. Hey, the Blaine Bengals also a great effort there as they are stymied with a 2-0 shutout. And there's some Husky fans. Congratulations, Andover Huskies and the Pete Anderson squad. They moved to 20-4 in an outstanding effort by Diesel Novak, throwing 6 1/3 for the win. Nyhammer gets the close. I'm Joe Rulin, along with Jim Childs. 2-0 win. See you at the state tournament, CHS Field. Congratulations, Huskies.